Hey, welcome to Brighter Rays. This week's study is called Arise and Go, and this is part one. Today's the introduction. And throughout this week, we're going to be looking at Genesis 31, 1 through 21. So if you are following along in our study, we've made it all the way through 30 chapters of Genesis. And we're still in the story of Jacob here. And I'm going to pick up where we left off last time. That's at the end of Genesis chapter 30, where we saw that Jacob increased greatly and had large flocks, female servants, male servants, camels, and donkeys. In other words, Jacob was a rich man. He went from homelessness to really the upper class in 20 years. However, we have seen before, when God blesses his children, people get envious. They get angry. They want a piece of that. In our text today, we see this happening to Jacob, just like we saw it happen with his father Isaac. Jacob's prosperity was not his own doing because God chose to bless him. Sadly, many in the Christian world have fallen into the prosperity trap. They do what Jacob did in the story before this one and put out their magic sticks or their anointed prayer shawls or whatever, or they give their seed money thinking that the false teachers are right and that God will bless them because of it. But these false teachers are like Labans, who are just in it for the money. That's it. They promise the moon, but all they want is your cash. And so, in this story, we see what happens as God blesses Jacob and then tells Jacob to head home. In verses 1 through 3, we find Jacob's motivation to move, and then in 4 through 16, we find Jacob's case for moving that he explains to his wives. And then finally, we see Jacob's escape, his actual leaving in 17 through 21. And then some interesting questions that arise from this. What's going on in this story? So that's what we're looking at this week. And then the following week, we'll look at Laban's chase of Jacob and how that all works out. And then we'll spend another week looking at that interaction between them. So that's the plan for this coming week. So read Genesis chapter 31, 1 through 21. And tomorrow we'll start looking at verses 1 through 3.